Welcome back, friends, to more Lord of the Rings Online. You may have noticed I am not right outside Enedwith to start Season 15. I'm actually back in Rivendell. So welcome back to Rivendell. The reason I'm here is because before I head to the Enedwith, I do need to catch up on the epic storyline. I finished both Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I'm ready to begin Volume 3, which starts here in Rivendell. It will eventually take me to the Enedwith, but before I get there, I think it's a good idea to just go ahead and do all the epic quests up until I get to that map. That way I can continue pretty logically. So I think there's about a book and a half for me to do before I can get there. So the next few episodes are going to be strictly epic quests, and that's going to be really fun because these are some of the best quests and the best content that the game has to offer. So let's go ahead and get started. The first things first, when I recorded the finale for Season 14, I did level up briefly to level 75 so I could equip my new gear. And once you level up to 75, you do get a letter from none other than Galadriel. So this is a need in Rohan. I have need of you, my adventuring friend in Carlos Caladon. Come to me outside the house of Celeborn, my husband, and we will speak of the tidings I have seen in my mirror, and the friend whose health you placed in my care. There will be a need for you in Rohan, and I have words you may wish to hear before you depart for that land. And this will begin Volume 3, Book 7, and I'm about to start Book 1 of Volume 3, so not quite ready for that, but I just wanted to read that on screen before it disappeared from my mail forever. Alright, so this is where you start Volume 3, right here with this fine gentleman.
We are met in time of need, and it is a joy to see you.
You must have received my message, for little else could have brought you hither with such haste. I did not dare speak openly of the reason of Master Elrond's request in my letter for fear that the message might be intercepted. I apologize for drawing you here with so little information, but Master Elrond will explain in detail what I could not. Speak if you are ready. We will go to him together, and he will tell you what has prompted his call. So I received an in-game mail from this guy way back in the day when I turned a specific level. I forgot which one it is. Unfortunately, I can't hoard the mail forever because it automatically deletes, so I can't even remember what the letter said, but obviously some sort of summons over here.
Master Elrond awaits.
Quickly, Kippen. It is my understanding that any delay will serve only to do great harm for us, so let us act with haste.
Messages have come from Lorien, messages that cannot be ignored. My sons have returned from the wild, and together they and a hero of Eriador must respond to these tidings with decisive action.
Very good, Kippen. Perhaps now we will have an answer, for that is why haste is necessary. Is that Eladon? It is. Perhaps you will have some answers for us. Eladon, you have returned from your camp in the wild. Indeed, the promise of war has brought my brother and me back to the house of our father. War? Not here in Imladris. No, Pethlin, not yet. My brother and I ride to war in the south. Kippen, this concerns you as well. My father waits for us in the Hall of Fire. Alright, so he's walking slowly. I'm just gonna rush ahead of him and enter the Hall of Fire. It seems every day brings with it new mysteries. Lord Elrond and his sons have much to discuss, it seems. I am pleased to receive my summons, Kippen. I apologize for being so close as to the reason for its urgency, but there are dangers on the road, and I did not wish any information that might do us harm to fall into the hands of evil men. 2 days ago, courier hawks arrived in Rivendell bearing messages from Lórien. The messages were short, but even in their brevity, they caused me pause. The messages are from Lady Galadriel. I understand some of the meaning, but I can only guess as to the full import of her words. You know of the secret company that set forth from Imladris in December, Kippen? The Fellowship of the Ring, of course. We know they have stayed for a time in Lothlórien, healing from their hurts. They have moved on from the safety of that land, sailing down the river Anduin with all secrecy. Do you fear for the success of their mission, Kippen? They are strong of heart and true of purpose, Father. They will not falter in it. I wonder. This is the message I received from Galadriel of Lórien 2 days ago. Aragorn has need of his kindred. Let the Dunedain ride to him in Rohan. What is Aragorn doing in Rohan? None of the plans we discussed should have brought him there. If Lady Galadriel says Aragorn is in Rohan, he surely is, or will be. That is so. We must gather the Dunedain, the Rangers of Eriador. You must do this, Kippen. You know the roads and paths of Eriador, Kippen. You must bring this news to the Rangers. The Rangers will uphold their oath. They will become the Great Company and ride to the aid of their chief. I will meet you in the library to discuss this charge. Okay, so time to go to the library. So this is basically setting up what this book is going to entail. It's going to entail going back through all the regions of Middle-earth where there were Rangers. From the Shire to Breland to the Lonelands and North Downs and Evendom and a lot of other places, just to reconnect with some of our old Ranger friends that we aided, and we're gonna muster them all together. The Lady Arwen catches your eye and smiles a greeting. I know the messages from my grandmother, Kippen, and I know too that my father has asked you to gather the Dunedain that they may ride south in aid of Aragorn. We knew this day would come, he and I, and have both long prepared for its arrival. It has been my part to craft an item of beauty and of use, an item Aragorn will have need of before all is done. He knows of its making, and it will be a sign to him that the hour has indeed arrived when he must seize that which is his. I hope it will comfort him, too, in distant lands. When the Dunedain are assembled, I will send for you. I must be sure someone can bear this item to him. I will call you before the Rangers depart. Thank you, Kippen. That means a great deal to me. So adding a little bit of mystery to the book is going to give me some item of great importance to deliver to Aragorn, but that's only going to be towards the end of the book. Aw, man, I jumped down because he's usually right here, but I guess he's up on the top floor this time. There he is. He was right in front of me. What a fool I was. It will not be easy to gather the Dunedain as quickly as it must be done, Kippen. It will be best for you to bring the message to certain of Aragorn's kin, that they may then speak to the rest of their people, while you travel to those more distant lands. I have prepared the names of those whom you must speak. Walk with me and I will tell you where they can be found. My sons tell me that the ranger Radnir has come from Thorinhead in the Trollshaws. He will be the closest. Radnir is humorless, but among the trees of the Trollshaws he is more at home than any. He is an expert in herb lore. You will find the ranger Candaith in the Lonelands, at the base of the hill called Weathertop. You guys may remember him. He knows much about the lore and heritage of the Dunedain. Círdan is more settled than many of the Dunedain. He has a cabin in Breland and is held in higher regard by its people than other rangers. Do you have any questions about these three? Once you have met Radnir in the Trollshaws and told him about the rangers must assemble, you should travel west into the Lonelands at the base of Weathertop. You will find Candaith. He is sure to join the Great Company. After you have spoken to Candaith, you will travel into Breland and speak with Círdan at his cabin. He is not as prone to wandering as others of his kin, but he must be told of Aragorn's need. But there are other rangers you must find. The ranger Halros has a camp in the Shire, near the outskirts. I will tell you the names of the nearby towns, but I do not know them. I have not concerned myself with dealings in the Shire as Gandalf, Aragorn, and Halros have done. The ranger Halbarad has always had a ear of Aragorn, his chieftain. You will find him at the hidden camp of Estelden in the North Downs. Callanglad has overseen the defense of Annúminas on the shores of Lake Evendim for many years. He has known Aragorn all his life. I do not doubt he will ride with the Grey Company. Do you have any further questions? Halros, Halbarad, and Callanglad will speak with others of the Dunedain near the borders of the Shire and throughout the North Downs and Evendim. But there are 2 more rangers you will need to find personally. The distances are simply too great for anyone but you to cover in time. The ranger Lothrindir watches the frozen northern lands of Forakel, home of the Lost Soth. And yet, the Grey Company needs Lothrindir despite the incredible distance. He spent much of his life in the White Southern lands and is familiar with their peoples. This way, Kippen. The last ranger I would have you find is Gorinir. You will find him in Aughair, in Angmar. Gorinir is less bold perhaps than others of the Dunedain, but he does have some sense. Father, I do not understand. There's another ranger in Angmar that should be part of the company. Why should Golodir not join the Grey Company? Golodir, you say? You know why. Or can guess, Kippen. You were there. You were there when Golodir's daughter was slain by the false king. We should ask no more of Golodir. He has lost too much already. Let Golodir remain in Eriador, where he can nurse his grief. Gorinir will go in his place. So lots of memories of all these rangers we've helped out in the past. Golodir was a strong man and true of heart, but my father is right. He has suffered much I did not know. I know very little of Gorinir beyond that he be loyal to a fault. Did he not remain in Aughair for years, awaiting Golodir's return from beyond Ramus Dilwan? And so it shall be, Kippen. You will walk the paths of Eriador one more time in search of these Dunedain. They will gather others of their kin, and when all is made ready, the Grey Company will set forth. It will be done as Galadriel of Lórien has asked. We respond to her message with the haste we must, and with the messenger those messages deserve, a warden of proven loyalty to gather the Grey Company in time. Okay. Very good, Kippen. Many hopes rest on your journey through Eriador to gather the Dunedain for their journey.
In the watches of the night, messages came from Galadriel of Lórien. Messages that give me pause. The company that set forth from Rivendell with 9 now departs with 8, bearing the gifts of the Lord and Lady. Their road takes them now down the waters of Anduin and beyond my sight.
will not be an easy task to gather the Dunedain.
Master Elrond was right to impress upon me the need of haste, Kippen. If Aragorn has need of the Dunedain, they will need to be gathered with as much speed as can be managed. It will not be an easy task, for the Dunedain are given to wandering the wild. They may be scattered all across Eriador.
You must travel to Thorinhad to speak with Elrohir.
The sons of Elrond have already left for Thorinhad to prepare for the coming journey. Elrohir did say that one of the Dunedain, a ranger named Radnir, was staying for a few days at their camp. As Thorinhad is the nearest to Rivendell, you should travel there first to speak with Radnir before seeking the others. I have met a few of Aragorn's kin, but Radnir is known to me, for he journeys off into the trackless Ettenmoors and often stays here in Rivendell. For a time, my brethren sought to convince him to join the company in song in the Hall of Fire, as Aragorn would, but Radnir would have none of it. Travel to Thorinhad north of the Brunnen Gorges and the Trollshaws and speak with Elrohir. He will introduce you to Radnir. Once the ranger is told of the message from Lórien, you can seek out other masters Elrond suggested. Okay, so Thorinhad, I can't really remember how to get there efficiently. I think certainly I will head towards the stables and begin there. So there's going to be a lot of traveling for these next few episodes, but thankfully I have a lot of warden skills that let me bounce all over Middle-earth pretty effortlessly. I'm excited to test out combat and all my new gear and new legendary weapon and everything. Should be exciting. Alright, so that takes me to the encampment in the High Moor.
What do you need?
Let's see where I can go from here. I can go to Thorinhad. Perfect.
Radnir has left Thorinhad and gone into the wilderness of the Trollshaws.
I thought to give Radnir word of our meeting at my father's house, Kippen, so he would have some expectation of the road ahead, but it seems he has left Thorinhad and gone again into the wilderness of the Trollshaws. He has left a few parcels here, so I am sure he intends to return, but he should be told the message you bear as soon as may be. I and my brother have already begun to assemble some of the supplies the rangers will need as they head south, but it will take some time before they are ready. Speak with Elwillith by the horses, for she will know where Radnir planned to journey, if any will. Radnir is slow to laugh and to smile, but Elwillith's company, I observed it most frequently. But in Elwillith's company. So he's got a bit of a crush. He's got a crush on her.
How can I be of service?
You are looking for Radnir, Kippen? He left not too long ago, and he took no horse. The Dunedain will ride when they must, but he has confided to me that he is more comfortable when on foot. Always behind his words to me was a current of, I do not know how best to say it, other than to say that Radnir always seemed to be waiting for something somehow. I wonder if the tidings you bring are those of which he has waited for so long. I wonder too if they will send him from the Trollshaws and for how long. I will miss his visits if this be so, for I will not remain in this Middle-earth much longer. I will not delay your errand for personal reasons. Kippen. Radnir spoke to me of his plans. He learned of a warband of orcs in the Ettenmoors, has established a camp within the Lrien caves here in the Trollshaws, and sought to confront them. The Lrien caves are in the northwest reaches of Godolph, the wood troll-infested marsh in the North Trollshaws. So let's see. All the way up there. Let me see if I can get a pony to Nanthornith. This will probably be the easiest, I think.
Megovanen.
Alright, let's see if I can make my way up there without getting too lost. You probably remember me getting hopelessly lost in the Troll Shaws back when I was doing this season. I think I've been in this cave before, if I'm not mistaken. Look at all these measly level 35s. Alright, so I think I'm gonna take the path up. I think the cave is right above me somewhere. Tall climb. The Ettenmoors, by the way, is the PvP map in the game. I'll get to it eventually, maybe. Alright, so here we are, and here's Radnir.
This is the moment for which the Dunedain have prepared.
Aragorn is my chieftain, and it is my duty to go to his aid, though all the dangers of Middle-earth lie in between. This is the moment in which the Dunedain have prepared, and I will not now abandon my kin. I have learned that an orc raiding party from the Entmoors has established a camp within the warren of the tunnels, Kippen. I cannot leave them here unchallenged. Will you brave these caves and deal with these foes? Somewhere deep within the confusing warren is the entrance to a once-abandoned tomb of men. If the orcs have found it, that is where their leaders will be. Thorin is less than a day's march from this place, and I will not suffer these orcs to live, that they may threaten what I hold dear. I will make ready to depart, as you have asked, but I will be grateful if you destroy the orcs and their leaders within Lrien tunnels, and the ruins that lie at their back. After you have done so, return to Lrien and Thorin and tell him of your success. The sons of Elrond lost their mother to such a party of orcs. They will not forgive us if we let these foes be. Alright. So I gotta kill a lot of orcs here, so I'll just kind of make my way down and kill some things as I come across it. So these are little level 64s. Nice. Yeah, big damage boost. I can already tell that this is a much larger damage buff than I had previously with my old equipment and old gear and all that. Pretty confusing little tunnel here. Now my water graphics is still glitching out. It's kind of weird. I can't figure out why it's doing that. Oh well, it's only a minor inconvenience. My combat animation is certainly a lot different with the club as compared to the spear. Alright, let's see. I think I'll just continue down through here. be using my forced march a little bit more. Need to kill several more defilers, and I need to go find the leader as well. 5,800. That might be a record for me. I don't think I've ever done that much damage. I don't know if I can make it over there. I may just range him down. Works for me. Question is, how do I get up there? Maybe I'll just have to go around like this. Finally, I can AoE something. Yeah, man, this damage is very nice. I'm very satisfied. Nice. 7,353. Oh my god. 2 records broken. Theoretically, I actually did like 15,000 damage because I hit both of them for 7,300, so... yeah, that's that, man. There's no stopping me now. Which way do I want to go? Do I want to go that way, or do I want to sink deeper in? That looks like something important. Let me kill these two, and then I'll come back here. Alright, let me head down this way. Looks like somewhere where a leader would be, right? Kind of looks like the tombs. There we go. Just gonna head down. Look at this freaking altar with sacrifices. That's horrendous. You just jump down. Oh, you can't jump down. Look at that. Invisible wall. You have to take the stairs. Safety first. There's the orc leader. Let me go ahead and ambush him. Okay, so done with that. Now I have to talk to Lrien. So I think what I'll do is I will muster in Rivendell and then take the pony. Actually, wait a minute. There's a mysterious relic here. Oh, I know what this is. Mysterious relic in the Trollshaw. You may remember we found one of these in the North Downs, one in the Shire. An ominous relic stands before the door. You stare warily at it, but it keeps its secrets hidden. You feel suddenly faint and are overcome with a wave of dizziness and a strong feeling of sickness. You shake your head at the sensation and it passes, but you find your thoughts drawn to the door in front of you, and in front of which the relic has been placed. Right. The door seems to be barred from the other side. Elrond should be told of it. Alright, where am I going? I'm going to Rivendell, that's right. So I am going to take this off my tracker for now. I am going to be coming back to it. That's going to open up a quest chain, which I'll probably be doing right after Season 15. So for right now, we'll just kind of ignore it.
You have given Rodinear the message? Good.
You will be able to find some others among the Dunedain if they are to be found within the Trollshaws. But now you must travel west to find others of Aragorn's kin. Okay. So, you can choose either one of these. So since there's a lot of traveling involved, it's better if you pick the maps. These are single-use maps, by the way. So just be aware of that. I'll actually take it. I'm kind of curious as to where it's going to transport
is
me.
certain to join the Grey Company, but he must first be asked.
The Dunedain may be scattered across the wilds of Eriador, but my brother and I know the locations of some few, and from those few will you learn where the others may be found. The Ranger Candaith was a help to us as we scoured the lands to the south following the rage of the Bruinen. We spoke as often as speed would allow on that journey, and he had many interesting tales to tell of the Lonelands. You will find his camp there at the base of Amon Sul of Weathertop. Tell him that Aragorn has need of his kin. Genlith will be certain to join the Grey Company, for his loyalty to his chieftain cannot be questioned. Alright. So let me close all this, and let's use the map. Curious to where it's going to end up taking me. I could just use my muster skills, but the curiosity is getting the best of me. Yeah, it takes me a lot closer to the watchtower of Amon Sul than my skills would, so I think this is actually a good stopping point for this episode. I do hope you're enjoying and looking forward to some of the future ones, so see you next time.